want to give people a couple more minutes to try to get here, or are we just going to get going?
I've set the AI coefficients and adjusted the AO so that it's fair for 4 people. But it's entirely up to you guys.
So you said it was a sniper rifle and 3 machine guns, so we have a sniper rifle and 0 machine guns.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Just stick to your battle buddy, move cover to cover. You should be fine. Maybe. Wait, so if the unit's moving from 3 to Reforger, does that mean when I make these squirrel packs, I gotta include, like, everything in it, or...?
That'll be a fun thing to deal with, because there's no server launcher yet. At least not that I know of. Because you download the mods from the server, so you can use whatever mods, just you have to boot the server with the right mods.
Oh, no, I'm talking about for making... Because I'm going to keep making Arma 3 stuff. I don't want to move to Reforger anytime soon. There's no mission editor yet.
What was the question, then?
So if the 506 is transferring all of their official ops from Arma 3 to Reforger, does that mean when I make the Arma 3 mod sets, do I have to then build in CBA, ACE, and all that?
That's a good point/question.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that. It's just just makes everything one mod and done, but you know, just things to think about if I want to make another like Isla Dual incident or Born Home or
Oh, Born Home.
something fun.
Glory days.
I just looked up and there's tits on the other screen.
I
Bloodwing
guess
just
there's
went,
only
"What?"
4 of us. We don't need a radio.
Except for the one for you to talk to Liru.
I got my flare pistol.
Well, what we can do instead is we can do a flare pistol system, and I can just work that into the brief. Oh, cool, and fog rolled in.
Yellow, white, and green.
How many of each?
10 green, 3 white, 3 yellow.
If you could change the yellow out to red, because I think that's going to be the most identifiable color at this time of day, that would be, I think, the best thing.
I'm assuming we don't need AT.
No. For the sake of the amount of people here, we will not.
Okay.
I would carry a few AT grenades just in case, though.
Which are...
Don't you worry. The best AT grenade is the TNT.
TNT.
Oh, okay, the throwable ones? Okay.
The actual AT grenade fucking sucks.
Razor, which one's CVE?
Yeah, I got a handful of them.
Is that a college course or something else?
But the problem with the TNT charge is it bounces like it's made of a fucking out of a tennis.
It's made out of
ball.
rubber. Hydrate. Yeah, so a lot of interesting stuff's happening between this unit, so we'll see how things go. Just means we might be able to do a bit more Reforger content on the weekends, but at the same time, we'll see what else we get.
I guess we're ready to brief.
Alright, I'll remove the boxes. Send in Goat Team 6 now.
/o/.
Alright, we'll get those tucked away. Pumpkin King, thanks for the 26-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, my friend. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh, we don't want to remove those.
One clip done. Okay, picking up a rifle. Did you hear that, Liru?
No, I didn't.
Sorry, I need you to put the box back.
Oh.
Sorry.
I hit him in the bushes over there.
Oh, thank you.
That's all good. I'm gonna lower my music just a touch. Usually when I'm peeping on my fiance, I mean, the bushes are a great place to do that from. What are you staring at me for?
I thought we just got shot at.
How do you
Drum,
melee?
drum is attacking trees out of
It
frustration.
sounded like a bullet going past my head there. All right,
No, not that rock.
let me save it. Let me save it.
You might want to save your kits just in case.
Oh, he did.
Send in.
Ah, Shark, I know what you're talking about.
26.
Mr. Raider Jeff, thanks for 29 months resub.
Hey,
Hope you
yo,
enjoy the
another
operation.
month.
Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Got tongue-tied there, and hope you get a nice kick out of the scenario. How did you hit him when he was behind you?
Don't
Daddy.
know.
Daddy, that man hit me. That man hit me.
Unfucking defend yourself. Don't.
There you go.
You have to put a magazine in the fucking weapon to fire it, though. Just so you know.
I have a round mission.
Do you, though?
The hell are you watching?
I know.
I hope that didn't come through the mic.
You can only
Holy
weapon
shit.
through the brief.
Okay. Alright. Didn't need to hear that. Awesome. Alright. Welcome to, I'm blanking on the name, but this is an island off of the North Korean coast on the western side of the peninsula that they have fortified and turned into a military hardpoint, and we are going to attempt to clear it. Now, they've got a massive amount of fortifications on the southern side because towards the south is where South Korea is, so the coalition has decided to attack it from the opposite direction where there are much less fortifications. So we have dropped on the very top left of the island on a small peninsula, and we will be sending an expeditionary force over to the airstrip. Now, our intel suggests that there is a buildup of infantry close to this airstrip, as well as 2 anti-air positions. Your main goal is to find and eliminate those 2 anti-air positions. We know that their headquarters on the airfield is marked with the HQ building at 014140. And in there, you will more than likely find intel in the form of documentation or maps that will show you where these positions are. The secondary objectives for you is to clear the airfield, as well as, if you feel like it, locate the buildup of hostile infantry and eliminate them. That way, the main force coming in to take the airstrip has less of a force to fight. Regardless, once the 2 AA positions are dealt with, you can move to the rally point. In between the dealing of the AA positions and moving to the rally point, at any time, we have spotters with patrol boats on the northern side watching for red flares. One of you has a flare gun with a few of those red flares. Red is easier to see in the contrast of the sky compared to green, just with the weather. So if you get those AA positions down, the patrol boats will see the red flares you fire and then start radioing to the coalition forces to start bringing in forces via air and sea. It will take, however, a good 20 to 30 minutes for those units to actually start deploying, but that is the best we can do considering the circumstances.
You just said we don't need to stick around for that, though, right? Once we get those AA positions, we can move to the RP.
That is correct. Now, this is an island. Sorry, go ahead.
Wasn't any demo in the box.
I have a couple
TNT
of
charges.
The
TNT charge.
TNT throwables. That's about it.
Now, this is an island, so enemy armor is going to be very limited, but it is still possible. However, again, the southern side is more defended than the northern side, so it should be very unlikely that you see anything big.
Do we know if the little strip of buildings on the north side of the airfield is occupied?
Unknown at this time. We haven't risked doing any proper reconnaissance of the airfield other than intercepted intel because we don't want to tip our hand and make them think we're assaulting in this direction, which would make this operation much tougher. I admittedly came up with that on the spot. But you know what? It's okay.
All right. Anyone else have any questions?
Nope.
All right. This fog that's set in should give us a little bit of cover, so let's push southeast from here. We'll just keep the beach on our right. Let's try to keep what, like 25, 50 meters inside the tree line, and we'll move to AP1 at Serpa. See if those buildings are occupied. If they are, we'll try to skirt around. We might actually want to do that anyway. We'll skirt
I always
around
hate the
north
weeks after
side
being sick because I have this
we'll change
wicked
that from
cough that just
AP1
won't
to
go
RP1.
away no matter what I do. It only comes up when I talk so
And
much.
We'll try to hit that HQ building first.
How are you all tonight? Valkyrie riding Bloodwing Cobalt Supremacy.
Figure out where those
God damn
arty
it.
positions are. We'll move to them, destroy them, and then we'll move to the RP.
Anti-air, not arty.
I of course meant anti-air artillery.
Ah, AAA. Yeah, gotcha.
If there are no more questions, let's head out.
Good luck.
Moving at a bearing of about.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm a bit sad today, or tonight, because 506 after the 20th of July are going to Arma Reforger full-time, with the exception of Secret Squirrel. So, the Sunday ops we do every first and third weekend are gonna end up going to Reforger, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really looking forward to that, because Reforger, while it's in a really good state right now, admittedly, the modding community for it has only been around for about a year. So there's not a lot of content yet on Reforger, so I'll probably play some here and there, maybe as a reservist, and but beyond that, there's not much for me there. Not yet. Give it a few years, then yeah, absolutely. Because there's still a lot of crazy stuff being worked on. But for right now, I'm just not feeling it. However, what I am going to cook up for Secret Squirrel is I'm debating bringing back an Isla Duala incident or a Bornholm incident style scenario. And I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to run 2 more Korean War missions. We'll probably, you know, do our one here and then have another one in the central area, maybe a defense or something, depending on how many people show up. But after that, between now and that's in 2 weeks, so 4 weeks from now, after they make that transition, thinking we'll do something interesting. What I'm going to do, and that's Bloodwing laughing because she's watching anime down here too, but yeah, stop saying that, honey. I'm trying to work. Ay. I need to get an office. But regardless, we're, completely lost my train of thought. Regardless, it was about the 506 and the future of Secret Squirrel Ops. I'm thinking of just putting up a YouTube poll to see what people want, and then we can add that to the document. I can shift a few things around, and we can get that funded. And we can definitely do something. I think the top 2 choices people ask for with the 506 is something like the Isla Duala incident or the Bornholm campaign. People seem to really like the Bornholm campaign. It's hard to recreate that level of magic for what Bornholm was, because it was just glorified zombie survival. But I'd like to potentially blend that with the Duala campaign to see what we get from there, but... yeah, totally not hentai, right? So here's the deal. There's only 4 of them, so I don't want to have anything on heavy guns. Was the Isla... yeah, those were the 2 horror/zombie campaigns. There's also something I have, if you type !Deagle, there's something I have for my community called the Autumn Incident. That's going to be a play off of an old Flash game called the Autumn War. But I'm going to basically feed it its own lore, and I'm going to kind of combine it with some of the Undead Assault 2 stuff I made back in the day. I want to say back around last Halloween. Not Deagle, D and then GOAL for donation goal. but we have them coming to the edge of the airstrip, so one of the two areas they need to hit is one on the northern side and the other one's on the southern side, so this one is a target of opportunity. But it's up to them to possibly scout it out and move forward.
Heading east.
I hope one day you can be a grandpa with me.
I do too, honey. Love you.
Is there any more chicken in here?
No, you can take all of that, thank you.
Oh, you're done with the fries?
No, leave the fries.
I was about to say.
I'm a fat ass.
I'm about to say. We're about to have a problem here.
But yeah, my overall goal for this month, I'm going to be honest, has been just making sure the 24-hour op this weekend goes well. I had to... Actually, I'm still in the process of going through. I've only done with half of the mission files, but the other 4, I have to go in and put a bunch of artillery modules in. And I wasn't told about this till yesterday. And I'm like, bruh. So I'm really, really concerned, because I'm worried that we're going to run into a thing where I have to fix a bunch of shit last minute, but I can't fix a bunch of shit last minute because I'm going to be sleeping,
Crossing.
because I'm only going to wake up like 30 minutes before that thing officially starts.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Because it's 24 hours.
Moving.
8 3-hour mission files, and I've got to manage all of it. So we'll see how things go with that. But Ren Rep, thanks for the 39-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Mass 39 is a neat rifle. You see it sometimes in
Gotta keep pushing east here.
Vietnam,
So that
SOG
was-
Prairie Fire stuff.
He's in Southwest.
Dream, it's
Got more buildings east.
It's tied to 4 units that are tied to the Milsim unit community. Not really community, it's more of a hub. Oh, shit. Damn, they got spotted quick. Drum immediately runs to cover, that's what I would do. But, it's their own invite systems, but I can ask. But from what I've already come to understand, I think they have the numbers to have... it's an 80-slot mission file for every single file. But more details will come out because they're finalizing most of them right now. I'm a little worried about these guys and their formations because we got one guy kind of out on his own, 3 in the little town here.
Trooper.
And they're calling for Trooper and he's back there, so that's a little concerning. But I'm going to start funneling in reinforcements. And then we'll mobilize another group of 5 and send them up. Now the 4 of them are there. Drum's a little ahead, though. That's that machine gunner immediately opening up on them. Drum got shot through an open window because the hostiles are right there. Now they're taking flanking fire.
Keep covering. Contact south. 2.
Righto, Hockey, have a good one. But yeah, no, a lot of what I want to focus on after that 24-hour op is going to be just catching up. There's a few ops I owed for last month that we didn't get around to, and then getting the new goal down with everything. And that'll finish collecting by, I want to say, the 14th of this month. We're going to run, I think, 2 more Fridays of DayZ stuff to continue collecting funds for that, and then we'll just run what we got. But I want to add a potential Isla Douala incident. So we have some guys kind of overwatching from the top. They could potentially break down and maneuver to a different position. Want to see if I can pull this guy back into cover.
Where's Trooper?
I'm here on the other side here.
Okay.
But yeah, in terms of operations, what we're going to be doing is, after the 24-hour op, we're going to primarily be focusing on finishing up the 2 missions for the Stargate campaign, finishing up 2 missions for the Black Templar trilogy that we started today, running the NSFW op, and then another NSFW Arma 3 op that involves the SEX mod that was published on,
In the bushes.
oh my god, what is it called? Nexus, that's it. And then we'll be caught up with all of our operations. Trying to activate tracers, there we go, so I can see what they're specifically engaging. But after that, that'll take us... Oh, and then there, I think there's another 4 rate road missions for the training cycle, which I gotta see when that closes, but... Then there's a few rewards I have to gift out for that, and then... Just keep going forward with everything else.
What was that?
Just dropped another guy.
On the hillside.
Crossing.
But suffice to say, we're definitely going to have some weeks where we're going to be doing 2 or 3 Arma missions on days like the weekends or, you know, wherever we can fit them at this point. Trooper just got one-tapped by something. Honestly, I don't even know what... Okay, it had to have been this guy over here because there's nothing else that could hit him. Now, I'm going to be honest, I've decided to put some really nice settings down. Because that's, I think, the nicest I can go for 4 people. But this is a really hard mod set to work with smaller numbers. Stewart just somehow missed every single shot there. You saw them go all wide. I think he got 1 leg shot there, but the spread of his carbine just did not work out, and then he got shot for it. But yeah, no, this weekend is going to be fully dedicated to the 24-hour op, and then we'll have... Honestly, I think that's going to be it for the weekend, because that's 8 mission files, you know? I've already decided, though, for the VODS channel, I'm not going to upload a single 24-hour VOD. I'm going to just divide it amongst the 8 mission files, because YouTube processing already screws up my videos when I do, like, 6-hour operations, for example. So, imagine trying to do a 24-hour one. We're still going to do DayZ on Friday. Oh, yeah. No, that's not changing. The only times we're not going to do DayZ is if there's a conflict. So I know this Friday we're probably not going to do all of FNF. I got to go do some IRL stuff, meet up with some friends. But yes, Valkyrie, I'm still good for the Sunday game. Because the 24-hour stream is going to be 1 p.m. on Saturday to 1 p.m. on Sunday. So what I'm probably going to do is go and take a 4 or 5 hour nap. And then wake up probably around like 6:30 or 7 because we have our game. But I've done stuff like that in the past where I've been up for a while. I had coffee today, though. I want to see how long I can last tonight on coffee, just so I can gauge how much energy drinks I need for the 24-hour stream. If I woke up at about 7 o'clock today, but lounged till 10, so... So Lamb's AI is getting on the turrets here. So I'm trying to kick them off, because those would be pretty lethal. They just need to all stick together, but this is a tough fight. Even trying to pull Stewart into cover. Again, I'm trying to keep the AI off of those freaking turrets. But yeah, Thursday, tomorrow, it's the 4th of July, so I think the only thing I might be able to do is OFCRA, but at the same time, I know I'm going to be doing some IRL stuff. We're not going to be running POG, because I'll be doing festivities.
Cover me and I'll go.
I think they're trying to smoke so they can do that, but we got grenades being thrown. Drum's the one running around on the flank here. He's been able to make it. Gonna learn how to fly. Is that in response to the DayZ stuff that's been being leaked here? And yeah, Lamb's AI is on, and like I said, that's how they're still able to suppress through the smoke, through the mod Lamb suppress, but I've already ranted about that like every week when I run with these guys, so. Oh damn, he actually got the gunner off. I was about to G-key him, but he shot him beforehand. Yeah, now he's figured out how to use that Garand. I think he just immediately shot that gunner. Good God. Alright. Gonna rally another group of 10 to come down and start assaulting or reinforcing that one position.
Everyone check in.
Drum's trying to yell for his guys. Got him on the last bullet before the ping, too. That's funny. Hell, give me... We're gonna try to drive off. Oh, he's gotten a reload animation. All right. Stay safe, get a ping. Yeah, right? So, he's out of vision. He's going to drive over to this HQ area. Oh, he dismounted. That's even funnier.
It's a 2-man job.
Oh, I got it.
Oh. That one they drag glitched.
They're back. Clear away from the battle. Clear away from the battle.
Clear. Shoot those rocks up there.
Doesn't have a destroyed texture, that's why. I think they just smoked a few of the guys up there.
Contacted it southeast.
Oh yeah, no, the garrison's already alerted. It's just there's not a lot of forces up here, so they're staying defensive. See the actual shell come out. It's nice. Well, they might have missed it, because again, it's their angles, and they might think that it's still destroyed based off of that.
What?
Another guy.
Oh, that guy just had his frickin' oh. Oh, no. Alright, we're gonna start sending maybe a full squad or two down there.
There's a rope and first aid.
Get things adjusted accordingly. And a hydrate. But yeah, starting next week, that's when we're going to really start doubling down on a bunch of Arma ops, which means I want to be spending tonight and tomorrow deving those ops. I want to see if I can get the Stargate stuff knocked out, maybe a Rat Road mission knocked out. Give it a freaking... Good enough.
Alright, let's keep going to this next set of buildings, and then once we're on the east side, we cut south. That should be... East side of the airfield.
Jeez. Yeah, that's why I, as a Zeus, add smoke, because there's no destruction textures to see that they transition into something like that. How's everyone's night, though, regardless? This is going to be a bit of a slower match, because it's only catering to 4 guys, but I do love numbers like these, but I'd rather do something more plot-heavy, which is why we'll probably only have one more Korean War op before we transition into that. A little bit of shooting. If I really wanted to be mean, I could start really flooding this area with QRF, but nah, not yet. We'll wait till they actually start assaulting the airfield. Plus, it takes a while to actually mobilize forces and get them out anyway. Plus, I think for the 4 of them, this AO is going to be pretty challenging. But we'll see how things go. What drink do you want? I only have water on my desk right now. We got pomegranate mead, though, if you give me a second. Though I'm not going to partake in any. Take it from me, who did this all the time in college. Don't mix your depressants and stimulants. Weird things happen to my productivity. Number 1 example for me is an Irish trash can. I lived off of those for a semester because I had a late night class that was utter bullshit for, I think, management information systems. And it was just such a dull class. And then I think a third of the way through the semester, I realized that he taught XYZ, but ABC was on the exam, and there wasn't really a point to go to class. But we had group work that we occasionally had to work on in class, so that was the only reason to go. So I would get absolutely wasted off of a drink called Tokyo Tea, and then I'd end it with an Irish trash can, which had a monster, not a monster, a Red Bull in it. And I would open my laptop, sit in the back of the class with my team, and I would watch nothing but Salty Bet on Twitch, and I would just be laughing my ass off in my drunken stupor, amused by, you know, the bullshit that was going on in Salty Bet. And my teammate, it was a group of 5, but 3 of them were idiots. One of them, I forget her name, but she was someone that actually had her shit together and knew what she was doing. And she'd be, like, elbowing me because I'd be laughing my ass off in the back of class. I've got some really good college stories, and I got some pretty petty college stories, but I went in, got my degree. I could get a decent job if I wanted to in cybersecurity or an adjacent field, but I mean, I started YouTube in my freshman year of college too, and here we are. Guess the question that's gotten on my mind tonight because of, you know, where the 506 is going is where do we go after Arma 3? But there's a few options that are coming out, and I'm excited for them. You know, Reforger, Arma 4, Exfil, a bunch of games that'll soon have mission editors, and we can toy around with them. But for now, I think I know what type of content to make if we really wanted to restart the YouTube algorithm. But at the same time, I don't really give a shit about that. I just want to provide really fun things for the brave souls still playing Arma. His head's exposed right there. Let's see if he can nail him. Oh my god, he nailed him. I love those sick little shots like that. What Arma S games I'm most excited for? So, Reforger, obviously, but it still needs a mission developer. The number 1 reason I'm not doing anything really with Reforger right now is because of a lack of a mission editor. Because what people fail to understand about Zeusing is you can Zeus an op from a base template, and it can be okay. But if you have total control in the Eden editor, you can do a lot more, and you can preset a lot more. Back when I started doing Zeus Ops, when we all worked under Luton 09, he would spend 45 minutes to an hour actually building the mission. And that's really inefficient. If I want to make a campaign, I would probably spend 2 hours building all the fundamentals of the campaign, and then I can spend like 30 minutes per mission file, just boom, boom, copy, paste. And for someone that, you know, runs anywhere from 5 to 15 missions a week, I need that time. I need that efficiency. I can't do that in Reforger, because I would have to spend an hour building every single mission, every single time. Phobia? No, I actually really like how the Eden editor is. I don't really know what they could do to improve it, to be honest, because it works. It has a big learning curve, but that's because it's an editor, you know?
Way down yet, did he?
All the way down here, and we got all these forces coming around. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some 5-man teams and start running them off the airfield, but I'm gonna be honest, it's also hard to compare the Eden editor to other things because there's not really a lot of games that have that type of editor, you know? Hey, Contaminated Death, thanks for a 3-month resub, buddy. Hope you enjoyed the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. I'm curious to see what they come out for Reforger. What I really dislike about Reforger, though, especially with the Zeus interface, is you can tell it's made for consoles. With the button choices and whatnot. And I don't think you can rebind all those keys yet, which is annoying as hell. Where can I learn some scripts like the attach with Eden? Hawkeye, I basically just learned all that on the fly. For attaching in Eden, you want to use attach to relative. So literally just Google Arma 3 attach to relative, and you'll see a wiki page come up. And some wiki pages are written really, really well. Some are... God, it's so freaking annoying to try to figure out what the wording means and some of that stuff, but now they're starting to reach into
Windows are boarded up.
the command building here. But definitely attached to relative has been my bread and butter.
Got a squad coming into the south.
Somebody in there.
He gets blown away.
Loading.
Clear.
Yeah, got these 5-man teams coming up. I'm going to see if I can turn this group around. Ooh.
I can't see that.
Oh yeah, and then, I mean, there are some good tutorials on YouTube as well. I'm going to be honest, though, as soon as we get a mission editor for Reforger, I think a few of my video uploads are probably going to be to release tutorials.
Quickly, I'll keep my gun up.
Literally just spend like an evening figuring out everything I can with that interface and then just teaching people.
We're in the other room.
Because Reforger is going to... Actually, no.
Drop one.
The fact that the Steam Summer Sale has Arma 3 so cheap right now, I think is going to create a really nice new renaissance for the game.
Troopers down. Got shot through the windows. Through the linked up window.
Yeah, that's going to be annoying. I'm going to crouch these guys. And again, I don't know if that's lambs or just them auto-attacking because these guys were part of the group. I think it's more so the latter, but the former can also be helpful. But if you look at the total sales for Arma 3 right
Side's
now...
clear.
Bottom floor is cleared out.
There, he's finding the intel map that shows where the AA positions are.
These fucking artillery sites are way off base. We got the one already. First aid me.
Alright. So that equates to there, and then that's the buildup of infantry. That, again, is a secondary objective if they want to do it. But since there's only 4, we'll see how things go. But yeah, Arma 3, I would highly recommend if you have a little bit of money. Get Arma 3, get every CDLC except for, whatchamacallit, Iron Curtain, because there's no point. Oh, speaking of CDLCs, shit. Okay, alright, am I NDA'd for them? I don't think so. But... Okay, alright. Here's the deal. Here's what I can say. I'm not going to say who it is, but a CDLC is going to have an update soon. I'll say that much, but I think they'd get mad at me if I said any more. But, there's going to be a few days where I'm probably going to take a few days off to do some things that aren't going to be streamed, but will release it when they tell us we can release it, but there is something cool
Might be
coming soon.
contact close on that door.
So go get your CDLCs, because one of them's gonna have something soon.
We're outside,
And it's
guys.
about time, too, that it did, but I don't want to say anymore because I might get in trouble. But Arma 3 has sold... It's had its second most amount of sales since the game actually got released. So there's a lot of new players that play. I actually saw a few new names in my frickin' in my Black Templar versus Furries op today, which I thought was nice. And I thought that was a really fun, like, hey, this is what Arma 3 modded is, because a lot of it was just people running up, swinging swords around, and decapitating freaking fursuits, man. It was a good time. I just want to avoid the weirdos that politicize everything I do, because those guys are annoying as hell to deal with. What happened to Monthly Vietnam? I didn't bring it back I didn't bring it back in June, because we did one in, May. We didn't do one in June because I simply had too much shit to do. I want to bring it back in July, but July we're also going to have a lot to do, so it's going to be if I have the capacity to do it. How long is DayZ this Friday? It's probably going to be at least 2 to 3 hours. It's always 2 to 3 hours. No, it's funny, though, because we were actually... They DM'd me the other day and told me they were full after I applied to do it, but we were going to go to, not this weekend, but next weekend. There's a charity that was doing a pay-for-pain style event, and I was going to play on the ground in it. But they messaged me saying, hey, we only have 40 slots and we're full because they invited so many communities to play. And one of the communities was the 777th. 777, that's what I'm just going to freaking say. But they're the Halo unit that I've been flying in the past 3 weeks because Vix invited me to that one and I had the time open, but... Saturdays, not Sundays, but Saturdays are a day for me where... If I'm not doing anything, I'll go and do stuff, but at the same time, that's also a day where, you know, Bloodway and I've promised her if we want to do something, then I'll just take the time off, but she just has to let me know. But I've been doing a lot more with her recently, and that's been quite nice. Just trying to find a new work-life balance around that, because I will admit, I've been doing a little less Arma with it, but... 777th, yeah, that also works. The fuck? Oh, this is gonna cause some interesting lag spikes, to say the least. What are they backing up for? God damn it. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta focus on waypointing these chuckleheads. That's to send a few vehicles around. These guys are still hugging... No, that's a random dirt road off the side. Alright, we're good.
Heard a vehicle?
I mean, so yeah, I have been playing a bit of Reforger, still will keep playing a bit of Reforger, because I don't mind playing it on the ground. It's still interesting in that regard, and there's still a lot of funny bugs with it. I do have a compilation that I'm still occasionally putting on some of the YouTube polls, because I want to release that video, but, you know, maybe it'll win for the 31st. Because, God, and I'm happy with how YouTube's going with how we're releasing content and whatnot, but I digress. It's one of those games where I find it fresh right now because I haven't played a lot of Reforger, but I know for a fact that I'm going to get bored of it very quickly. But YouTube... So, you know, I think I can speak about it.
Send in
YouTube
Go
is
Team
having...
6
I have a... How do I word it? I'll start with this. Darius Gator, thanks for the 7-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. But let me speak on YouTube real quick, because this is one of our late-night streams, and not a lot of people watch anyway, and this will get buried in the VODs. So, for a few years, I... basically, you know, a few years ago, hit 100,000. We got another, you know, like 30,000 subs, and then we basically peaked and then started losing people. And no matter what I did and what I tested with other channels, nothing would affect me. What I came to find out about 2 months ago was someone that watches my content apparently also claimed to work at YouTube. And told me, hey, I was doing some digging and your channel is on, it's on a list. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? And it basically came out to, oh, that's the other AA position. 1 second, let me get him off the gun. But let me get some QRF to start coming in from the other side. Give me a moment. I don't really have anything spawned. But basically... TLDR, I pissed someone off a few years ago. They put my channel in the throttle, and the only reason that it got noticed was the employee that put me in that throttle got removed from the company for a different reason. And this guy who was assigned to, you know, look into that found that list, and he's like, hey, because I'd been on and off saying that I thought I was on a blacklist for a while. The day he removes me, all of a sudden I have positive growth. And I have had consistent positive growth in the past 2 months. Actually, no, it's only been like a month and a half, but I've had positive growth again ever since they allegedly took me off that list. So, YouTube is finally going to be a thing again, which I'm, you know, excited for, but at the same time I'm so burnt out from it that I don't really give a shit. Because I don't see me becoming a 1 million subscriber channel or anything. I'm my own little niche, and YouTube is... or Arma 3 is Arma 3. So... oh, God, Stewart just got blown away. Whew. I'm gonna hold their fire for a second. Here, we can take them off of Careless, but I want to try to make that smoke work out. What did I do that someone was that petty? I know exactly what happened, because the week... so we went viral off of a Donald Trump wall operation. That's what took us from 100 subs on YouTube to about 25,000, and that's where our momentum started. That wasn't what got us in trouble, though. About 3 weeks later, I made another meme op that was about locating Hillary Clinton's emails. Because that was the meme concept of the time, and it didn't do nearly as well. But 3 years later, it started getting super viral on YouTube. And I'm like, that's weird, but sure, why not? That gets me another, you know, 20,000 subs. Cool, whatever. Randomly, a month later... after, it wasn't even a month, it was like a week and a half, I got an email from YouTube saying, hey, we've age-restricted this video. And I'm like, what? And it was the freaking Hillary Clinton email video that started getting viral, like 9 or 10 days prior. And then all of a sudden, the channel hit a brick wall within a week, and started losing a few subs every day. And that's when I started really looking into things and figuring out, hey, you know, there's something really suspicious going on here, because a channel like mine doesn't randomly turn on that. And of course, now, once that inhibition, quote-unquote, has been removed, and again, I don't have any official verification, but if I spend 3 years not gaining any subs, and then someone messaged me saying, hey, I like your stuff, I work at this place... you've been saying XYZ on and off for the past few years, well, you know, you're kind of right, but it should be fine. And then all of a sudden, my channel starts blowing up again. It's not blowing up big right now, but it's, instead of losing a few subs every day, it's now gaining a few subs every day. As it should for a channel my size and for the content that I've been releasing, you know, every other day. it's just weird how all of that works, you know? Would another meme op do something similar? I don't know. But again, I'm not really going to focus on the YouTube algorithm. I'm just going to keep being me. Because, I'm going to be honest, YouTube I used to be making, like, you know, $2,000 to $4,000 a month, and that was what was, at the time, you know, helping me pay for my college and everything. That dropped to a few $100s a month. So we started doing a lot more stuff on Twitch, and then we recently, within the past 9 months, transitioned to doing a lot of DayZ stuff and letting you guys go with sound bites, and then we adapted further, and now we, for the past 3 months, have put up D-goal lists that, on top of you guys spending money on the DayZ streams, also funds additional operations. And for the past 2 years, I've also been doing some, you know, commission-based work for Arma 3. And it's funny, because recently I had a talk with one of the 2 Arma 3, community managers, and we had a genuine discussion about how that's technically against the EULA, but there are ways you can do it that are in the gray zone, so that I don't get blacklisted from Bohemia for doing that. So that was a great conversation, so I'm still able to do what I do, but I mean, we've pretty much completely moved off of YouTube in terms of relying on that revenue stream. So now that it's coming back, I don't know what to do. I mean, it's good, I guess, timing-wise, because I have to, you know, put $40,000 for a wedding, and I just put $700 down with Bloodwing for a fridge, because she's always wanted the fridge changed, but... You just found Liru and Bloodwing unboxing videos? Fair. They're relying on the smoke call-out that I'm doing there to make sure I'm paying attention, but... Oh, boy. Here, I'm going to respawn these vehicles real quick. Then we're going to start committing these squads down to what's going on over there. But unboxings, I'm not in a position right now to really manage something like that. Because how it used to happen was I had a neighbor where we would send the stuff to his P.O. box, and then he would screen things for me because he was also a fan of mine. But now I don't live at that previous address anymore because after I got out of college, I moved into a end-unit townhouse with Bloodwing. And I don't have the capacity right now to manage a P.O. box simply because I'm too busy with other shit, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, this might be done now, because again, this mission was also designed to clear the entire airfield and then clear that other position, but, you know, doing half the objectives, we're going to get it done in half the time. But here, I'm going to put some 5-man teams down. Try to box them in. Also, I think I heard flare gun shots, but I can't tell. Did the screener find anything dangerous? No. In fact, he actually found a few, like, confetti bombs and whatnot. But he let them pass because I told him to, because I thought it would be funny to unbox them, and we have that on video. But it was a concern at the time because I did get a few death threats back in the day, and younger me was a little concerned about them, but older me now doesn't really give a shit. I'm curious to see what they do.
I can't see through this fucking fog.
Because this op might be done. But at the same time, it's because we had 4 people show up, so I had them prioritize the anti-air positions, get those destroyed. But this op was built for at least 6 to 8 in mind, but, you know, some people are busy. But yeah, we'll see what happens with YouTube. I'm just going to keep with every other day upload schedule, and I'm going to keep putting polls out to let people decide.
Look like you, 'cause I can't see
what we let them, or again, let you guys decide what we upload in what order. I'm thinking after tomorrow's poll, we'll start just doing it on every other day, and then after the 14th, we'll start doing op concept ideas as well. But yeah, that's just the goal of the channel. Oh, I mean, I do Ian for YouTube, and then I've got, you know, other Ian for Twitch, so I've got points of contact in case anything happens, but what I've come to realize is as long as I'm a gregarious person, and I just, you know, talk with the business lines with people, or the business side of things with people, like, you know, I have a direct line of communication with both of the, Arma 3 community managers. I have a direct line of communication with, Sog Prairie Fire and, oh my gosh, the CDLC for World War II stuff. I'm totally blanking on their team name right now. Spearhead, that's it. But, you know, I'm just here being a gregarious guy and giving people Arma 3 content to play and watch. I just want to avoid any bullshit. Because I've, oh god. There's another Arma 3 content creator that's doing a lot of bullshit right now for their unit, and I don't want to get into that, but they have a history of doing a bunch of bullshit, and I'm just trying to stay away from people like that. Because, ooh, some people, I know, because they've done it to me, but some people stoop to some really low lows out there. And I've come to find, you know, if I just stay in my own little circle, have a bit of fun, I can carve out my own little slice of heaven here and stream for you guys. That's all I ever really want to do. That and my garden and home brewing. Except I homebrewed too hard and now I have like 30 gallons of alcohol that I'm not going to be able to drink. Raider, wink. Anyway.
I want to kill these pursuers so I can't fucking tell them.
But even though, as, you know, the next few years, Arma 3 is going to die down, Reforger is going to get more popular, we're going to finally hear news about Arma 4, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to enjoy these next few years and, run a bunch of fun little operations, see what I can focus on that people want to do. Where do I get most of my op ideas from? As DM Phobia says, the magnificent head on my shoulders. I'm batshit crazy.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's fun.
I have a wedding coming up. You don't need to drink? No, the opposite is true. I need to drink. It's a Greek wedding, dude. Alcohol is going to get me through that. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for it, but there's a lot of tradition. I got to get baptized and help get all this other stuff set up.
See these,
it's going to be a bit of a pain.
Over here to the last kind of burying
Invite Pog, they'll drink it. I've brought people over from units I work in that live around Northern Virginia, and I have them, like, drink the homebrew with me. It's great. I've done that with at least, like, 3 or 4 people. Oh, the 30-gallon set aside for guests. I've come to realize my taste in alcohol is a lot harsher than other people's. So I only have maybe like 10 gallons of sweeter stuff. But I like harshness in alcohol because to me, I don't like a lot of sugar. I like, you know, being able to taste the actual flavor. But not everyone is like that, unfortunately. Yeah, so now the main forces are coming in. And I think they're just using this as a way to defend against them. Because they realize that they did the op too fast. I haven't heard of that one, Revenator, but I'd love to try it. Your punk's down working on the 4th. Nice. How much do you think YouTube will bring on? Right now, the current estimate is about $750 a month, which is much better than the $300. That's another $450, and that's going to go straight to the wedding fund. But after the wedding, I don't know. Oh, there goes Stuart. What I've been thinking of, there is a charity I've been supporting recently called Always Give Back, and they focus on getting PCs made for veterans. I think think I'll start giving there if I, have the room for it, but that's if... Oh, that's if the world, or not the world, the U.S. government kind of fixes itself. Because we do have some pretty stagnant, not stagnant, rampant inflation right now. I'd like the inflation to get stagnant. But we'll see where things go. Oh, God, and then Stevens gets blown away because this is a little mini fatal funnel. I'm really tempted to just pull all this AI out and then just have them, like, QRF up. Which at this point, actually, yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna grab all the vehicles and I'm just gonna literally form them into a battle line. But yeah, it's... I don't really care much for politics, but... I mean, eggs have doubled in price. I like to bake. Milk has gone up 20... Like, a lot of groceries have gone up, like, 20 to 30% in frickin' price, and... As someone that likes to cook every week when I can, it's, yeah, I feel it, Mr. Krabs. I definitely feel it. So they're potentially pulling back. Curious how much ammo they have left. But now we're having that infantry buildup. That was an optional objective now starting to come in to figure out what's going on. What I need to start prepping, though, is... the next wave. Yeah, I was about to say, the gunshots immediately started up when I did that. I want to make sure I didn't accidentally set op4 and them to friendly. But I need a flat terrain over here. This'll do... I'm gonna need some sky trains. There they are. I'm gonna assume they put the flare up. I honestly didn't see it, but it's fine. I'll just take some U.S. military forces. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff potentially coming up. And we want to do U.S. Army. And I think I just heard something explode. Alright. So I'm thinking another 5 minutes. Wait, why are you chuckleheads on defend only? Oh, gosh darn it. Thinking let's also maybe get, 2 groups of 5 that might have come out from the airfield garrison. No, they're gonna pull back. Because their rally point's right there. Alright. F it, we ballin'. I put your fuel back, right? Oh, this is gonna be risky. Oh, okay, no, he just takes off immediately. Paradrop. Static line paradrop. I think that automatically gives the AI what they need. That is not what I wanted. Did it really just pull the pilots out of the... Why did it pull the pilots out? What? That was weird. And the first one's not following the paradrop order. Okay. I think they're just moving right now. I'll index the server in a second because they're just running by. Yeah, no, that'll wrap it up. I think this was nice. We got to have a nice chat, and SOG Liberation a thing? Yes, but usually it's just Mike Force. Well, yeah, I'll come back in an hour or two, and we
Shot
can...
down, I guess we did our job.
Love it when a plan comes together.
We'll call it there. Alright. No, we're not doing Daisy in an hour, but I might be back for some mission dev in an hour. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Cooperate operationally. Well, English. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. Have a good one.